All right, what up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your girl Jeannie, and you already know what it is. So let's just get into the energy, okay? Virgo, the overall energy is he needs some milk, and I'm not the one who made the rules. Left, right energy, okay? This is my card of somebody doing something, and then it ends up hurting them, right? Somebody's trying to show off, they're trying to do a backflip, they ended up busting their head on the concrete, right? Somebody trying to show off getting with somebody they end up cheated on. Somebody trying to show off, okay, do something and end up looking like a clown. This is this card, okay, where somebody makes a fool out of themselves in front of everyone. And then we have, I'm not the one who made the rules, left, right energy. So I feel like, Virgo, there's something that you're doing that's making somebody look like a fool. Let's get into it. We have the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles to the World card. This is the energy of somebody feeling left out of something because of your action. Again, I'm not the one who made the rules. You're just walking left to right. This is my card of you being obedient to the plan, whatever you're committed to, whatever your beliefs are. You don't have a choice. You're not the one who made the rules. Okay. You're the one who has to follow the rules left, right. Okay. This is my card of service. Some of you could have been in the army, the navy. Okay, this is also a card of the summertime. But Virgo, you're doing something during the summertime that is making someone else who is trying to show off look like a fool. Okay? And a lot of people are talking about you and what you're doing. So, the stress, goal, and sweet dreams, this is the energy of doing the exact opposite. Okay, with the stress and goals and sweet dreams, somebody expects you to be stressed, they expect you to be messed up, but actually you're cool. And this is your confirmation, Virgo. So some of you could be expecting stress because you have to do what you have to do, but I'm here to tell you that it's going to end in your favor. All right. So I'm picking up on a scenario in which somebody is trying to do something for the crowd and they're going to end up looking like a fool because you're going to follow the rules. You're not going to do what's expected of you. Somebody may be doing something expecting you to be stressed out, expecting to cause you a headache, but in reality, it don't do nothing. They don't change anything. Okay, the song of the day is Willow Tree by Spillage Village. And in this, he says, knowing what I know, I got to say, I'm going to make it out. So basically, he's saying, I know this fool, I know there's somebody trying to show off for the crowd. So I have to do what I have to do to make it out. This is that type of energy, Virgo. There's somebody in your energy who is trying to play off the perception of the crowd in order to disguise their actions. But if you do what you got to do, people will know the truth, right? The next verse says, "Go with the flow. I got a plan in my hands, and I got to pray to God." Okay, so you may have a plan. This is that. I'm not the one who made the rules. I'm just dedicated to this plan. I know what's going on, so I have to move a certain type of way. And some of you, the only thing you can do is keep moving and praying. But you don't know that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. Let's get into the energy, Virgo. I feel like there's someone who's trying to use the perception of your actions and what you're doing to disguise what's going on. But in the end, Virgo, you're going to be the one everybody is talking about. Okay? In the end, Virgo, God's will be done. Period. And I feel like that's what you're praying for. You're not praying against your enemies anymore. You're not praying that people get karma anymore. You're not praying anything but God's will be done. Okay? You're not praying anything but to do what you need to do to make sure that you're okay. That's it. And I feel like you doing this simple thing is going to cause a whole lot of people to look foolish. All right? Let's get into the energy, Virgo. 444 on the clock. Let's get into it. What's going on for Virgo? I can't live like this another day. I gotta make it out. Here we go, here we go. We already know life can get difficult. We got flood out the rats. Okay, so the rats are being flooded out of your energy, Virgo. This is my card of exterminator. Okay, so this card was made from a farmer. There's a farmer on YouTube who used dogs and minks to kill rats, and I used to love watching those videos. So at this time, Virgo, you don't have to do anything. The rats are being flooded out by your dogs. Okay, your spiritual guides, your spiritual team is doing the work, flooding out the rats. Okay, it says I'm not a perfect person, and a win is a win. Let's get into it. Intuition is bugging me at the bottom. Okay, there's some type of rat being flooded out by you admitting that you're not a perfect person. Okay, it's not going to end well for somebody, but a win is a win. You're going to Virgo. There is a rat who is trying to change the perception about you, okay, and who you are as a person. And I feel like this person expects you to this to stress you out. Okay, so we're going back to perception. There's a rat trying to change the perception of you. Okay, there's a rat on your farm eating your fruit on your land in your territory, trying to change the perception about your farm, like they deserve to be a rat on your farm. But you're saying, no, I'm getting rid of all rats. I might not be a perfect person, but I don't associate with rats, right? I might not be a perfect person, but I know better than to let you stay on my land, stay near me. Okay, so there's some person who's a rat who's trying to stay on your farm by changing the perception of you. So this is like Virgo said that I could live here, and now Virgo's kicking me out. Virgo's such a bad person. They know I don't have anywhere to go. There's something where someone is dependent on you, your energy, and what you got going on. And since you're kicking them out, they want to change the perception of you, make you seem like the bad person. But what they don't expect is for you to tell the truth. Yeah, that's true. I don't like rats. I'm not a perfect person. You feel me? I don't have enough resources to allow rats to live on my land. I can't do that. This is you doing the opposite of what they think you should do. And it's not going to end well for whoever this is that's trying to change the perception of what's going on, because you're going to win. Okay? This is the energy of like you kicking a rat off your farm, the rat going to tell everybody that you don't like rats. And now a whole community of rats don't like you, but at least there's no more rats on your land. It's this type of energy. Okay? There's someone here who you kicked out of your energy, you flooded them out, and they want to rally up a group of people who will then feel discriminated against because of your actions. And that's okay because you don't like that group of people. There's somebody here that's really, they're not intelligent, okay? Um, I feel like this person is hoping that rallying a group of rats, rallying a group of people against you will change the perception for you. But you're like, I don't care if you have 20 million rats who don't like me. I still am going to throw out rat poison. I'm still going to use rat poison. There's somebody here who's being exterminated by your actions. So they're going to want to rally a group of people around to tell you that your tactics of extermination is radical, Virgo. You don't need to use poison. You can just kick them off the land. You feel me? You don't need to kill them with minks and rats. You can simply work with us, Virgo. And you're like, I don't care if every rat, vermin, insect, bug hates me for putting down poison. I have to get out of this situation. Y'all have to get out of my land. Y'all have to get away from me. And this is crazy because in the song, It says, I can't live like this another day. I might not be a perfect person for throwing out rat poison, but I can't live with rats another day. I might not be a perfect person for kicking you out of my life, but I cannot live with you another day. No, it may not be the best ending, but I win because there's no more rats around me. There could be somebody who's telling all your business, ratting on you. Okay. 2003 could be significant. Who would stink could be significant. Dogs, minks, rats, and a flood could be significant. We have water energy, earth energy, and air energy here. Okay? All we're missing is fire. What is flood out the rats for Virgo? Here we go, here we go. You already know life can get difficult. What's flooding out the rats? Yeah, death card. You're exterminating the rats. And somebody knows if they can't live off your land, they're going to die. Look at this. If they can't live off of what you created, if they can't live off your crops, your land, then they're going to die. It's inevitable, right? And if you don't flood out the rats, it's going to mess with your crops, your yields, your life. So it's either you or them rats. And I feel like somebody is going to try to change the perspective of you getting rid of rats. Like you're doing something wrong. But you need to survive. You need these crops to grow so you can keep moving, right? So somebody's trying to alienate your actions, but you're only taking action so you can survive. So although I'm not a perfect person for throwing death, you feel me, for throwing rat poison on these people, but it's either me or them. It's this type of energy. I'm not a perfect person. Who would think? Yeah, we have conflict in the reverse. I can admit that I'm not a perfect person. You feel me? I'm not going to fight you on that. I'm not going to conflict. Oh, that's what it is. Somebody's trying to come up with a way to change the perspective of all the rats in town. They want people to know how bad of a person you are for not trapping and relocating, but going straight to extermination. But you're not going to fight with their narrative. If you want to call me a bad person, call me a bad person. If you want to call me mean, call me mean. I have no problem with that. I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to argue. And this is what I think. I think somebody thought if they got a group of people around to judge your character, to have an opinion about you, that you would stand up for yourself, that you would fight. And you don't care about the perception of rats. All of you are rats. Like, why would I care what a rat thinks about me? Eat the rat poison and get out of here. This is also crazy. Why would you care about something that you're trying to get rid of? It's weird. This is how I know somebody is unintelligent. You're trying to get rid of them, so they're rallying up more people to tell you how wrong you are. And it's like, I don't care about any of y'all opinions. All y'all can kick rocks. You, your mama, your cousin, okay? Your family members, your baby mamas, your baby daddies, all of y'all can kick rocks. I don't care. You can say that I'm not a perfect person. You can say that I'm hateful. You can say that you can say whatever you like. You're okay with it, Virgo, as long as you just say goodbye. This is that type of energy. I feel like somebody's so desperate. They want to change the perception of the world against you, and you don't care about the perception of the world. This is like somebody trying to make someone conform that's a radical rebellion person. Like, you don't care about the opinions of anybody. You can go outside dressed how you want to. You can show up in the world how you want to, and you don't care about people's perception. You can go outside in a leotard carrying a surfboard to the BMV and be perfectly okay with however people perceive you, because what? You don't care. And this is what's messing with somebody, because they were really hoping that their perception and the world's perception of you would make you change. But you don't give a fuck about the world. You don't care how people see you. You don't care about impressing no rats. This is that type of energy. And I feel like it's got somebody shook because they care about people's perception. They care about what other rats think of them, not you. What's didn't end well, a win is a win. I'm heavily picking up on someone who thought that they can peer pressure you into conforming to social norms, not knowing that you like to rebel against social norms, not knowing that you don't care about societal's expectations of you, not knowing that you create your own expectations for your own life and it's not based on other people. Somebody doesn't know this about a Virgo, but a Virgo does not care how other people dress, how other people think that they should live their life, how other people think that they should show up in the world. Virgo does not give a fuck. And there's someone who really gives a fuck about everybody else and everybody else's perception, thinking that this is going to work on a Virgo. And you're about to shock a whole community of people because you're still going to do whatever your plan was, irregardless of what people think of you. Look, stubborn in family, even if your family don't agree, even if your church don't agree, shoot, even if your children don't agree, you're gonna do what you want to do. Period. What's this energy? It's not gonna stop you. Stop in the reverse. A win is a win. Somebody really thought if they could change the perception about how it ended, it would stop you. But you don't care if it doesn't end well. You don't care if it ends in everybody thinking that you're a terrible person. I don't give a fuck. You don't care if everybody in the world thinks that you did wrong, Virgo. You're still not going to stop. That's still not going to stop you. You're still going to lay down extermination, all right? You're still going to release the dogs and the minks to go eat up the rats. You're still going to stand on your truth. You're still going to be a vessel for God to use you for His will to be done, irregardless of how anybody thinks your life should be going. This is that type of energy. And somebody's about to learn that you're going to get to your purpose, your expectation, your destination. You're going to get to your goal no matter what they do. Ain't nothing stopping you. Amen. Amen. Let's get into it, Virgo. Let's get into it. Who over here in the RIP? We got the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of people emotional. 6, 7, and 8 of Swords. There's a lot of people emotional, Virgo, because they feel restricted. They feel left out in the cold. 7 of Cups. So they're going to try to confuse people, change the perspective about why you left them out in the cold, why you don't want to deal with them, why the argument happened, why you ghosted somebody. Page of Swords. Okay? We have the Ace of Cups, the 8 of Swords, the 5 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, the Hermit, the Valet of Blades, and the Temperance. Yeah, this is an emotional trap here. Okay? This is somebody trying to emotionally manipulate you and you still leaving them out in the cold and ghosting them. There's somebody who wants to emotionally manipulate you. You ever seen those memes where somebody finds a cockroach in their house and they're about to squish the cockroach, and then it says the cockroach starts dancing and begging for its life, and then you hear them out, and when they're done you smash them? This is that type of energy, Virgo. There's someone who knows that they're going to get smashed, that they're being pushed out, okay, that they're being xed out, so they're going to make an emotional plea to stop you from leaving them out in the cold. The 5 of Pentacles to the 7 of Cups. And they could be doing this to everybody else, like, oh, Virgo left me. Virgo won't talk to me, trying to cause confusion, right? To everyone who reviews what happens. Trying to cause confusion about why also you left. There's someone here who's trying to emotionally manipulate you by saying that they feel neglected, they feel left out in the cold. And I feel like for this person with the Seven of Cups to the Hermit, with this person, they may be confused about your actions, but time, Valet, and the Temperance, this person will learn why you did something. Hermit, in time, justice, because it was fair. This is that type of energy. Somebody making a sob story about why you left them out in the cold. But when they actually review what happened, people will see the truth and know that what you did was justice. So this is like a rat pleading its case. Virgo kicked me off their farm. Now I have nothing and no one. They're trying to tell this to a bunch of people. And then these bunch of people come to you, Virgo, and ask you, why'd you kick them off your land? Why are you doing this? Why are you acting like this? And you're like, this is why. And these people are going to be like, oh, that's fair. But this is the end game. Right now, there's just a bunch of people confused looking into why you're acting this way. Who are all these people who think Virgo is not perfect? We have the death card. People you ended it with. The Five of Wands and the Three of Swords. There's a bunch of people you ended it with, a group of people, somebody's family. Okay, Seven of Cups, up to more than 7 people. Okay, who's having conflict. Look, conflict in the reverse and heartbroken over why you left them. But you're not torn up about it. You're not conflicted about it. You're not going to fight them. So why is I'm not a perfect person here? The King of Blades in the reverse. Yeah. So there's a narcissist, judgment. The King of Blades in the reverse is narcissistic tendencies. Somebody who's playing a power game, someone who's trying to create confusion and mistrust about an ending between you two. And this is all to avoid judgment, accountability. What someone doesn't know is that you're not going to fight these allegations. You're not going to argue with them. If they say that you're something, if they lie and they create confusion about you and what you're doing, you're okay with that. It's cool because they don't matter. Neither does this group of people that they're trying to create confusion with. With the Judgment to the Magician to the Fool, Virgo to the Seven of Wands. With this energy, whatever this person is doing is just manifesting for a new review of things. Okay? Because someone who is creating problems about you, and when you don't fight against these problems, it manifests people to take risks. It manifests people. Oh, okay. Someone's trying to get people to block you. They're trying to get people to come against you. They're trying to get people to stop you from leaving, Virgo. Okay, Seven of Wands, the Tower, and it's not going to work. The Tower to the Two of Wands to the Justice again. Page of Swords again. There's someone here who's trying to create confusion about why you're exterminating them so that people can stop you from leaving. But what they don't know is there's going to be a tower. All right, there's going to be a tower, and there's going to be with the Two of Wands a plan. All right, and that plan is going to be fair for everybody. So this is like someone trying to say that you leaving is unfair, but what they don't see is that you'll be able to prove that not only is it fair, it's what you're going to do and nobody's going to stop you from doing it. This is that type of energy. There's somebody who really thinks that they're going to control your future. They think that they're gonna make you do what they want you to do. Oh Lord. They don't even know that they're fucking with a Virgo. You can't make a Virgo do nothing. Alright, what's gonna happen in the King of Swords? Okay. We got the Four of Swords. This King of Swords is going to this King of Swords is going to have to take distance from you. Okay, take a time out. Ten of Wands, because this is going to be too hard to do. This is the energy of recovery. The King of Blades plus the Four of Swords is Five of Swords. What's King of Swords and the Four of Swords for what's going to happen to this person? The Eight of Pentacles. We have the Chariot in the reverse. Somebody is going to have to take time out. Seven of Pentacles from what they're invested in. Why? Because the chair, it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah, this is that energy. It didn't end well, right? There's somebody here who's trying to create a problem for you, and they're going to have to take time out to recover for what they're doing because Seven of Pentacles. Okay, that talks about your investments. That talks about what you're sitting and looking at. What's the Seven of Pentacles? One more. Seven of Wands in the reverse and the Three of Pentacles. Somebody is leaving themselves unprotected. By doing this to you, whoa, whoa. This is why Spirit is telling you not to fight. There's someone here who thinks that they're creating a problem for you. But what they're actually doing is leaving what they have invested in unprotected. Oh my gosh. Whatever this person is investing in will leave them unprotected. So Three of Pentacles. So this is like somebody trying to say it's unjust for Virgo to kick me out of their life. And you're like, okay, I'm not going to fight that. Whatever, it's unjust. So they're creating a scenario in which other people have to come in and see that it's unjust. But when they come in and see, their argument won't hold up. They're gonna have to stand down because it's false. This y'all not understanding what I'm saying. There's someone here who's gonna have to take a break from whatever they're investing in because when people actually come and review what they're talking about, it's gonna leave them unprotected. People are gonna realize that someone doesn't have grounds to stand on. People are gonna realize that somebody's argument has no authority, it has no weight. This isn't a real fight. Virgo is right. This is that type of energy. This is how I know somebody is unintelligent, okay, intellectually retarded. I almost look dead in the camera because there's a cross watcher watching this video who's creating a problem for you, Virgo, thinking that they're going to win, but all they're going to prove is that they're intellectually retarded. I'm going to say it one more time. There is someone who is trying to create confusion about you and whatever you're doing, and you're not going to argue with it. But down the line, all it's going to prove is that they're retarded because they don't have a fight. They don't have a leg to stand on. They don't have laws backing it up. They don't have any proof or validation. Somebody is trying to create a scenario in which you're looking like a not perfect person. But when people look into you, they can't say that. This argument is invalid. Dumbass. And this is why it's very trivial for you to let them do what they want to do. Let them say what they want to say about you. Let them rally a gang of people because going back to the beginning, there's the he needs some milk card. Going back to the beginning, somebody's rallying a group of people to show off for the crowd, to change the perspective for the crowd. And they're going to go and do this action, and then they're going to eat shit. They're going to fall on their ass. They're going to fall on their face because whatever they're planning to do in front of the crowd is not going to be done. Period. This is like somebody saying Virgo is not the best at their job, right? I could do Virgo's job with my hands tied behind my back, blindfolded. And then they rally a group of people to come do this with. They're like, "Come on, come watch me. Watch I do what Virgo do. way better than Virgo. And then they set it up. They got cameras, they got microphones, they got a crowd. Everybody's tuned in, everybody's watching, everybody's waiting at the edge of their seat to see this person do what they said that they were going to do, all to watch them fail, all to find out that somebody's intellectually retarded, all to find out that not only can they not hold up this argument, but they can't even do the action that they said that they were going to do. Dummy. And with the Three of Pentacles, this is going to be broadcasted in front of the same crowd that they were trying to change your perspective about. Right? There's somebody here who was rallying up a group of people to change their perspective about you and what you can do. And then they were like, look, I can do it better. And then they go to do it, and the crowd is going to laugh this person. The crowd, what's crazy is the people that they think loves them and cares about them are already doubting their motives, but they're gonna let this person try to do it. This is crazy, y'all. I'm picking up on someone who's rallying a group of people, and they believe these groups of people care about them, but they're all rats. They're all waiting to watch this person fail. This is crazy. The devil. And they're gonna laugh at this person too. Which it didn't end well. This is gonna be funny, Virgo. This is gonna be funny. Somebody really is setting up a scenario in their mind. King of Blades in the reverse. In their mind, they think that they're gonna win. I'm sorry, y'all. Shit. Woo! Woo! That's funny. So let them, Virgo. They think that they're gonna win. They think they got a master plan. They think that they can change the perception. They think that they can manipulate the whole thing. Let them, and get ready to laugh. Okay, get ready to laugh. What's a win is a win. Okay, what's a win is a win. And we have the Fool and the Knight of Wands. There go that fire energy. Can't live like this another day. I gotta let it out. Eight of Cups. Strength card. You still gonna walk away from them. This is, yo, there's someone who thinks they're going to prevent you from walking away from them. And you're still, I repeat, you're still gonna walk away. This is the whole, I can stop right there. This is the whole point of this reading. You wanted the rats off your farm. You wanted the rats away from your crops. So if they won't leave, you're gonna leave. And this is somebody who thought that they were preventing you from leaving by playing out this plan, not knowing that you're still gonna leave. Yeah. They're still going to be forced off the premises. It's this type of energy. Somebody is straight intellectually retarded. And that's just what it is. What's the Fool, the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Cups? And I can't wait for somebody to figure out how mentally retarded they are. I feel like this is a slow burn, Virgo. I feel like you know that you're in the end you're gonna be able to say, I told you so. And the anticipation between now and when you're able to say I told you so is building up. It's going to be so great to prove that someone was stupid. Instead of trying to explain it to them, instead of fighting with them and telling them how they're wrong, the satisfaction of seeing them fail will be way better than it would be to fight this person. I want you to remember that. Last card here. The Ten of Wands to the Ace of Cups. Virgo, with the Fool, the Knight of Wands to the Eight of Cups. This is the energy of taking a risk, okay, to go do something. And then Eight of Cups, having to walk away. And then we have the Page of Cups to the Ten of Wands. This is like you walking away. Hold on. What's the Page of Cups? Because that's the Nine of Cups. Yeah, the Star card. I feel like there's somebody who is coming in, Virgo, who's taking action to come in. This is that he needs some milk energy, y'all. Okay? Which you don't know, Ten of Swords. Which you don't know is somebody is taking action to come towards you. And they're coming with a group of people. Okay? And if they come up alone, know that there's a group of people knowing about what they're about to do. So this person is going to take action towards you to come in. And with the Eight of Cups, you're still walking away no matter what they're coming in and doing. But with the Page of Cups to the Ten of Wands, somebody is going to come in trying to burden you. This is like someone coming in and saying, like, "Mm." This is like somebody coming in trying to emotionally burden you. Page of Cups, Ten of Wands. Like, I know I'm a rat. Like, I know I'm a rat. Like, I know I'm eating your crops, but I'm coming in loving, neutral energy. Ten of Wands. I told you that meme of when you see a cockroach in your house and you're about to squish it, but that cockroach is like, no, singing a song, let me live. I can benefit you. Star card. Ten of Swords, not knowing that that's not going to work. High Priestess, you already had the plan in your head that it was over and you're serious about it. It's just going to take time for people to realize that you're not playing with them. One more for the Star card and the Three of Cups. There's someone really trying to use like a group of people, peers. Yeah, it's not going to go anywhere. The Chariot in the reverse. There's somebody really trying to use a group of people, emotional manipulation, social norms, what you're supposed to be doing. The prime example of this is you break up with someone, right? And then social constructs says that you should try to keep the family together. Even if y'all breaking up, we should still try to be cool. You should still let the rats live off your land. We can still hang out. It's this type of energy, but that's going nowhere. It's not going to work. You're not going to work with these people because they come in being nice to you, offering you healing and kindness, emotionally manipulating you. Some of these people may even use children to emotionally manipulate you into staying in a situation where they can eat off of you. Like, Virgo, we have a family together. If you split up the family, it's going to detriment the kids. It's going to be a detriment to the kids if I sit here and fight with y'all all day long and y'all eat up my crops. You stop me. This is what it comes down to. Someone wants you to sacrifice your emotional well-being for everybody else's perception. Like, they can use peer pressure, like they can use third parties, your friends and family, their friends and family, to pressure you, to force you to work with them. There's someone who really wants you to choose peer pressure over your own emotional stability. But without your emotional stability, Virgo, you can't work. You can't make money. You can't provide for yourself. So that is not an option. You cannot choose your own people's mental health over your own mental health because no, those people aren't paying your bills. They aren't keeping your life going. They have no sway and no dominion on what you got going on. So who gives a fuck about their perception? Who gives a fuck about their emotions? Who cares who is hurt over you choosing yourself? Because you're ultimately the one who's going to be paying your bills and taking care of your life and doing the things that you need to do that these people want to eat off of. This is what I don't understand. This is what I don't understand. They know they need your farm, your life, your energy to keep something going. But you can't provide those things if these people are causing conflict for you. And they think that they can force you into staying around them when it messes with your farm, your fruit, your home. So why would you choose them over your own well-being and your security? It does not make sense. And this is why I feel like somebody is intellectually retarded. Because it don't make sense. They don't have a leg to stand on. It's not justice. It's not fair. It won't hold up in court. Nobody logical would agree with this. So this is why it's not going to stop you. Closing message. Pride, ego, self-worth, self-love here. Self-esteem and blessings, Virgo. And vow. Virgo, overload at the bottom. Virgo, Spirit wants you to choose yourself. Be prideful. I feel like you have been selfless enough. You've allowed these rats to eat off of you enough. You have allowed them to live on your land and create the perception and peer pressure you and try to force you and manipulate you enough. It's time to stand up for yourself because there's a whole lot of blessings that is coming to your plan because you vowed. We're going back to the beginning. It says, going with the flow, I got a plan in my hands. I got to pray to God. Y'all can play with me all day. All day. Y'all can play with me all day and say I don't know what I'm talking about. But literally, we're going back to the beginning. When I said you had a plan and you have to stick to it in order to survive, you already know where this plan is leading to. Blessings for you, fruitfulness, well-being, enlightenment. Kicking rats off of your land means that you're going to have more crops. You're going to have more happiness. You're going to have more blessings. And this is what your plan is. This is what you're vowed to. This is what you're taking commitment to stand on. You, your own worth, your own blessings, your own farm, your own shit. And nothing that these people that try to obligate you and stop you from doing this will stop you. Even if they want to use memories, even if they want to use nostalgia, even if they want to reunite, even if they want to cause fear and depression and paranoia for you taking these actions, this is not going to stop you. Somebody really wants to trap you in the support and care and indulging with them and teaming up with them. You're not doing it, Virgo. You know, if you team up with them, that means they're going to eat off your farm. They're going to curse your fruit. And this is why they're so worried about what you're cultivating because it's stressing them out. Some of these people may even be doing magic, G. Okay? Uh, and for those who don't believe that they're doing magic, evil eyeing people is magic. Manipulating the perception of the crowd is magic. Telling your family in the law and Virgo's peers lies about them is magic, is manipulation. And we all know that magic and manipulation ain't gonna stop shit. It's not going to stop shit. Matter of fact, it's just going to make you push harder. So, this is the ending of the reading, Virgo. Spirit is asking you to care about your own self, your own self worth, okay? To take a vow to your own well being, your own fulfillment, okay? They want you to know that what you're wishing and hoping for is coming to you and it's going to end well for you. Tell me how it's going to end for the King of Swords. What's going to happen with the King of Swords here? This person trying to rally people. We have okay, harmony, and acceptance. This person is going to be the one who has to accept something. What do they have to accept here? What's going to happen to the King of Swords? Liberation. They're going to have to accept that you were liberated from something. What's the ending for the King of Swords? One more. What's this? Hesitation and confusion in the reverse. I told you they're not going to have a leg to stand on. They're not going to be able to confuse, cause hesitation, worry, or stagnation anymore. Somebody's going to have to accept, come into harmony with what is happening, Virgo. With liberation, this is the energy of praying. Okay, this is the energy of religion. This is the energy of donating. This is the energy of pouring into. And then we have confusion in the reverse. There's a King of Swords out here who is trying to cause confusion for you, and they're going to be the ones who have to bow down to you. Okay, because there's not going to be any more confusion. This is this type of energy. Also, Virgo, somebody's going to have to accept whatever is being prayed for, whatever libation this is. Oh, they're going to have to pour into you. Oh, look at this. Magic at the bottom. Okay, because I was stuck on libation. Libation is an offering. Libation and donation is giving to. Somebody's going to have to accept and come into harmony and be okay with giving to you because they cannot cause confusion. This is that type of energy. Maybe somebody wanted to cause confusion about you going away because then they're going to have to pay you. But if you allow them to stay, then they can take from you. And I feel like there's somebody here who wanted to cause confusion about you moving away so they wouldn't have to pay you. But instead, this person is going to have to be okay with paying you because they're not going to be able to cause confusion. This person can really be into magic, okay? They could be trying to create mystery around the perception of all of this so they don't have to pay you, give you something, but they're going to have to pay. And this is what they're stressed out about because you don't want to be in this hateful ass group with these people trying to trap you into working with them. They're going to have to pay back what they ate off your farm, Virgo. There was somebody here trying to create a mystery by creating a chaotic environment in order to profit off of your stress. A rat eating your crops. But you leaving this hateful ass group of people who were eating off of you and that was a trap for you anyways means to be in your presence, they're going to have to pay you. And this is good news for you, but it's bad for them. This is the energy. All right. So I don't know who the King of Swords is who's trying to create conflict and confusion about what they owe you. But in the end, this person is going to have to come to terms that they're going to have to pay out, that they're going to have to pour into you instead of eating off of you. This is the energy that I have for you, Virgo. If you resonate with anything here, please give me a like, comment down below. Subscribe to the channel. See what's coming up next to Virgos. And you already know I'm very grateful and thankful for everybody watching. Peace.